Guys, with week 11 just finishing up, we have to talk about playoffs because playoffs are just around the corner, okay? A lot of huge upsets. There are teams that were basically counted out in the very beginning of the season that they're making a huge push into the playoffs. We're going to talk about all these things for the AFC right now. The very last team on the list that most likely, let's just face it, guys, will not even make the playoffs or playoff talk or playoff conversation, won't even make it competitive in the division, the Houston Texans. Right now, they're projected to get the #1 pick in the NFL draft with a 1-8-1 record, fourth in the AFC South. Is there much to say? They just got beaten up by the Commanders. Is there much to say? I don't think so. Number 15, guys, the Pittsburgh Steelers. With a record of 3-7, fourth in the AFC North. Kenny Pickett, honestly, guys, he's been doing pretty decently, and he's been improving each and every week. But with a 3-7 record, fourth in the AFC North, I honestly don't think they will be making the playoffs anytime soon or even be competitive. Honestly, I remember the days when it used to be Baltimore Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers facing that division, but clearly those times have clearly passed. Next, guys, number 14th team, the Denver Broncos. This has been the most disappointing team in the NFL this year, in my opinion. Doesn't matter if you're talking about AFC, NFC, whatever type of division. Russell Wilson came in with a huge contract, huge weight on his shoulders, huge chips on his shoulders, and the Denver Broncos are not performing. They are bottom 3 right now in the AFC with a 3-7 record, fourth in the AFC West. You know what sucks? Even the Cleveland Browns, number 13, they're doing better than them. The Cleveland Browns with a 3-7 record, they're third in the AFC North. They just lost to the Buffalo Bills, dropping down 2 spots in playoff contention. Will they make the playoffs? It's looking very, very hard for them to even make the playoffs and competitive, okay? Again, they're in the same division with the Ravens, so are they going to win the division? Not sure. Can they make a push for the playoffs in the 7th spot? Maybe, but they have to start making momentum right now. Like the number 12th team has been making momentum, the Las Vegas Raiders, okay? With a 3-7 record, they're in the AFC West. They found a recipe that finally works, okay? That recipe is give the dang ball to Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs. That's plain and simple. Forget about the rest of the offense. Let the defense try to make some plays, but the one person, 2 people actually, that are going to make plays consistently in this offense is Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs, okay? They actually moved up 3 spots after they beat the Broncos with a 3-7 record. Do they have a chance to beat the division? No, okay? But can they make the playoffs in the 7th or 6th spot? That's a little bit more of a realistic sense, okay? Number 11, the Jacksonville Jaguars, going up 3 spots with a 3-7 record, third in the AFC South. They actually went up 3 spots and they had a bye week, okay? So that just kind of shows you how thin the competition is in the very bottom or middle of this AFC conference, right? So the Jacksonville Jaguars, guys, are going to come off a bye. They're going to be playing next week. They have to come out with something. They have to come out with grit. They have to just come out with some sort of intensity in order to be competitive in the AFC, okay? Number 10, the Indianapolis Colts. So there's a couple things I do want to mention. They did play very competitive against the Philadelphia Eagles. They lost 17-16. Jeff Saturday, the new head coach, is 1-1 as a head coach. They currently have a record of 4-6-1, second in the AFC South. Can they make the playoffs at the 6th, 7th spot? Maybe, okay? Now, honestly, the way Jeff Saturday has been coaching or the way this team has been playing, they've been playing pretty decently, a little bit above average, right? Now, if they could just be a little bit more consistent in the quarterback play, they could make a huge push and probably sneak into the 7th or 6th spot into the playoffs. So keep your eyes peeled out for the Indianapolis Colts. Number 9, the Los Angeles Chargers. They actually dropped down after losing to the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. This was their second back-to-back Sunday Night Football game that they lost on a 2-game losing streak, going down 1 spot with a 5-5 record, second in the AFC West, only behind the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? Will they win the division? Probably not. This division is most likely for the Kansas City Chiefs, but they can make a huge push for the playoffs. And do I believe in it? Maybe it's just their offense has been very, very inconsistent. Number 8 on the list, guys, the New York Jets, okay? The New York Jets, this division right here is probably one of the toughest divisions in the NFL with the Patriots, Bills, and the Miami Dolphins, okay? They just lost to the Patriots, and it was a hard grip-fought match all the way into the very last 5 seconds, where they punted it off, and the Patriots basically just took it to the crib at the very last play of the game, and they could not do it. There was barely any offense for the Jets. Normally, it's pretty much in between, and it's a coin flip for everybody, but this game was pretty much one-sided. The New York Jets defense actually held the Patriots to only 3 points until the very end where they got the punt return. But Mac Jones and the Patriots, they were moving the ball quite consistently. They just could not score the ball. Will the Jets make the playoffs? I believe the Jets will probably make the playoffs as well. The Cincinnati Bengals, with a record of 6-4, second in the AFC North, going up 2 spots. Guys, they're building up momentum. Jamar Chase did not play this game, and they still won. That just shows you how dangerous this offense is and how consistent Joe Burrows, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, and everybody else in this Bengals offense, how consistent they are. Number 6 guys on the list, the New England Patriots, okay? With a 6-3 record, just being the New York Jets, they're third in the AFC East, going up 1 spot. The Patriots defense showed up last week, okay? Against the Jets, only allowing 6 completions and giving the Jets 10 punts, okay? The defense actually did its job, okay? Even though it was a very far grip battle, the New England Patriots defense did show out. Number 5 on the list, guys, the Buffalo Bills. A record of 7-3, second in the AFC East, going up 1 spot after beating the Cleveland Browns. Guys, the Buffalo Bills, do you have any worries that they will not make the playoffs? No, I don't think so. I think this is a team that's going to be locked into the playoffs, and it's going to be very dangerous if they even get a wild card, their 6 or a 7 spot, if they drop that much. But I think they're going to be a lock for these playoffs. Number 4, the Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, they have a good grip into this division with a 7-3 record in the AFC North. They just beat the Panthers. It was pretty far out because the Panthers defense is top 10 right now, okay? So they did somewhat slow down Lamar Jackson. He did not throw a touchdown, but he ran for a couple. The Baltimore Ravens, guys, they will probably win this division and be top 4 in the AFC. Number 3, the Tennessee Titans. So they just played against the Packers on Thursday Night Football this past week. 7-3 record, first in the AFC South. The Tennessee Titans showed why they're top 3 right now, okay? Their defense slowed down Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's the inconsistent play of the Packers or just a great defense for the Titans. Let me know what you guys think. Number 2, guys, in the AFC, the Miami Dolphins. With a 7-3 record, first in the AFC East. Again, this division is pretty darn tough. They just had a bye week, so they'll be well rested next week when they play against the Houston Texans, which I'm kind of predicting they will win. So they'll be 8-3, but they're going to be very much trying to get for that number 1 spot against the Kansas City Chiefs with the 8-2 record, first in the AFC West. They have the best record in the AFC right now. Patrick Mahomes and this whole offense is pretty darn extraordinary. This is the division for the AFC West. You can see Kansas City Chiefs have a 3-game lead against the Chargers. The Raiders and the Broncos are the very bottom of this division. Are they going to make it? Again, I don't know. Kansas City Chiefs right now have a more than 90% chance of making the playoffs, obviously because they have a 3-game lead. You know, the end of the season is about to approach, right? The AFC South, the Tennessee Titans, have a good grip on this. They have a 3.5-game lead against the Indianapolis Colts, 4-game lead against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and obviously the Houston Texans. We're not even going to talk about them. They're not even going to make the playoffs. But the Tennessee Titans defense is pretty darn good. But again, guys, be careful with the Colts because they have been trailing and been very competitive in very close out games. Next, the AFC North, Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, Browns, Steelers. Now, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Ravens, they are basically the Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens from back in the day, okay? One of these 2 teams will be the division lead, and the other one will probably be the 6th or 7th spot, or the other one may not even make the playoffs, depending on how this other division of the AFC East actually plays out. Look at this division, guys. 7-3 record for the Dolphins, 73 record for the Bills, 6-4 for the Patriots, and 6-4 for the Jets. At least all of these 4 teams are above 500 by 2 games or more. There's a chance that all 4 of these teams can make the playoffs. One could be in the top 4, and the other they could take 5, 6, and the 7th spot. That is very huge because I don't think that's ever happened, at least not in my existence, right? It's never happened. It's going to be very huge just to see what actually does happen. But that's it, guys. That's the AFC playoff picture. Let me know what you guys think. Is your favorite AFC team in playoff contention, or are they the Houston Texans? Let me know what you guys think. Remember to please subscribe down to the channel, hit that like button, and see you guys next time. Peace.